Boom, 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 boom. Okay. That's a lot louder than I thought I had it. I'm gonna pour myself some water. I'm waiting for all this. When I wait for my character to log in. I think for the Hildibrand quest, I'm gonna go back to Dragoon, or because it's in Heavensward. Okay. I mean, I guess if you could sell like a stack of those, that's not bad, Gil. Okay. Ice Crystal, Serena, come on. Wearing Land Saints stuff. She has a crappy fishing rod. I'm gonna have to change that sometime. Hanging bench. Interesting. Look at hers, because I think I'm pretty sure Momo here is the best equipped. Oh, she's... I'm gonna have to... And I didn't realize that I needed to get stuff for them. Now, because this level 90 stuff, the Field Soft shirt stuff, I'm pretty sure I can get that with purple scripts. Carrot nibbles. I do want to make more carrot nibbles. I have like 28 of them. That's not that many. But whatever. I can gather carrots. Yeah, okay, so I need to start working on getting my retainers some better gear. Oodle. Oh. If I got rid of all my ninja Moonward gear, I totally did. Much. That in there, and let's put this in here. I do actually kind of really like those. The Orison skirt? Pretty cool, actually. Be careful for that. I actually don't really care for those either, to be completely honest. I need to get my healers to be a bit different with their outfits. Black mage. have too much cloves. Ooh, those look pretty cool, actually. I do like a lot of the astrologian's pants. I don't know why I have those in there. Antiquated duelist breeches. I should get rid of all this antiquated stuff because honestly, I think you can get all that, right? You can get all that from antiquated here. I think you can get it from that place in Shadowbringers. Oh, these are... Oh, if you lost or discarded it, you can purchase a replacement for 1,000 gil from the Calamity Salvager at any of the 3 starting cities. I can go check that actually. Which I don't really need to do this right now. I'm pretty sure the Calamity Salvager I think is over in Makedo's Amphitheater or whatever. That Yep, right here. Purchase job specific gear. Yep, right here. So I really need to remember about the Calamity Salvager. Here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So we will go ahead and change back to Dragoon. Like, okay, so you see that red thing that's in front of your hands? I understand that it's there like so you can like block attacks. I don't like how it looks though. Ugh. Okay. Dun dun dun. I did a good 16 minutes doing pretty much nonsense, so Sir may be the only man who has yet to drink from the well of madness. That you stand here before me is proof that Helone smiles upon me this day. And before you think to run away, screaming in terror, I pray you hear me out. It concerns the esteemed and now missing and presumed dead knights of the Heaven's Word. None have returned to the capital since all the unpleasantness began. Yet recently we have heard rumors of these honored sirs walking the streets. 'Tis heresy most foul, I say, and I mean to get to the bottom of it, but we will need all the help we can get, which means, fury take me, we could benefit from a certain individual's serendipity. Besides, if we don't seek him out, he's like to show up at the worst possible time anyway. At least this way it'll be on our terms, and we can keep an eye on that boy. Mammoth. Mammoth. Yes, right. Oh, you must be wondering why I asked you to come. Well, you and the inspector seem to enjoy a natural rapport, so... Praise Helone. For a moment, I was afraid you'd make me beg. This may well be my last chance to prove my worth to my superiors, and if I can't... to for Tom Manor. A gazebo to call our own. I might do some Bosja today too, actually. Depending on how long it takes to do this specific thing. Quests. Nashu. Little Gigi's been a very naughty girl. But why, Papa Hildy? Should I turn my... I should turn my light on. Because, Gigi, such behavior is unbecoming a gentleman. But why, Papa Hildy? Why is it be unbecoming a gentleman? Ah, Inquisitors. Inquisitors, sir. I have to sneeze. My left nose nostril itches for some reason. I know it's not considered best thing to do when healing, but I just already to full HP and things always is fine. During fans of business, always business, you may rest assured. Then I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, I'm at your service. Is it robbery? Murder? Tax evasion? Evasion of evasion. Wait, before we get into that, what's going on here? As much as it pains me to admit it, my beloved Gigi, the apple of my eye, the fruit of my loins, attempted to deface this lovely gazebo. Naturally, as his father, it falls to me to see him return to the straight and narrow. That's not true. I was drawing a family crest for our home. Oh, Gigi, I know you are fond of this gazebo, as are we all, but it belongs to Lord Edmund. You wouldn't want to steal from Uncle Edmund, would you? I guess not. Then where is our gazebo, Papa Hildy? And does it have a warm stove with a steaming kettle too? Don't you see, we have no need of kettles or gazebos. As gentlemen inspectors, the world is our oyster. We can go whither we please, where the red fern grows or the wild rose blooms. And yet you've been sleeping in Lord Edmund's gazebo for how long? I don't care about wild roses. I want to live in a gazebo with Papa Hildy and Mama Nashu. Gazebos are quite expensive and dangerous if not domesticated. Dangerous indeed, my boy. And besides, we are gentlemen inspectors free to travel the length and breadth of Eorzea in search of a case. Does that not sound more thrilling than whittling away the hours beneath a gazebo? I guess. If it's a case you want, you need not go so far. We are currently investigating reports of individuals masquerading as knights of the Heaven's Ward. Heaven's Ward. These contemptible charlatans are rumored to have tricked several hapless maidens into attending private parties for a small fee. Those who were foolish enough to attend found their experiences to be so traumatizing that they have refused to discuss them in detail. Needless to say, your assistance in this matter would be greatly appreciated, and for it you shall receive due compensation. Say no more, Inquisitor, say no more. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, and well versed in the ways of the fairer sex. Since when? Mummy. Mother dearest, I was under the impression you had departed for Ul'dah. And leave my beloved boy to keep on playing at being an inspector as well as a father to a bloody mammoth? Bugger that. You're coming home right this instant. How can you say such things? It is my life's calling to be an inspector, and Gigi is my son. He is a Manderville man. Grand as it is to see you, you have come at a most inopportune time. The young women of Ishgard are in need of a champion to defend them from fiends most foul. Come, Nashu, come, Gigi, we shall demonstrate to my mother our peerless investigative skills and bring these criminals to justice. I trust you lot will help me to keep him out of trouble, right? Then, come along. Well, that could have gone better, and worse. Let's not keep them waiting. I do like the Moonward gear, and I like that it works for both. Like it looks fine for, like it looks really good for Dragoon, and it looks just fine as Reaper. And I do like the Reaper's quad scythe thing that it gets. And the dragoon weapon makes me think of the staff of Longinus. Please, do you think be so foolish to fall for their charade? From what I heard of the others, said knights bore not even the slightest resemblance to the heaven's word. As if I had not already memorized every detail of my dear Sir Adelphel's face. Oh, wherever could he be? I shall have some choice words for him when he returns, especially if he cannot properly account for his prolonged absence. I think he's dead, yo. Sorry. I'm truly outside her grace. My allowance all gone to waste on those. Mayhap those awful rumors are true. Mayhap I must needs accept that he now walks in Halone's halls. Vengeful maiden? If the knights aren't supposed to, you know. Then why are they so popular with the highborn ladies? I don't I don't think it really matters what they're not allowed to do or what they're not supposed to do. I can say one thing with absolute confidence. They're all quite mad. Oh, what's up, Hildy? Who needs a gazebo? I do. I feel Hildibrand is demonstrating something that I feel a lot of parents do, in that I think it's easy to think that, you know, you have a kid, you and your partner have a kid, that the kid is gonna pretty much be just like you two, right? So Hildibrand likes roaming about and not necessarily having a home, you know, a place that you call home. But Gigi very clearly wants that and likes that. So yeah. I demand satisfaction, swift and terrible vengeance. How dare they prey upon a lady's emotions to line their pockets with gil? If Sir Cheribert was here, he'd purge a lot of them like the festering sickness they are. Ah, yes. A pity he too remains missing. So very much a pity. Is that sarcasm? Oh, what's up, Julian? I didn't even see her here. And the seven hells so damn appealing about getting paid a pittance to do the watch's job for him. I like Julian. The delivery Moogle, I never have mail. Papa Hildy, that grandmama over there is staring at us. Now, Gigi, a gentleman must be more careful with his words. First of all, you have only one grandmother. Second, and this is tremendously important, never ever call her that. At least, not yet, promise? Yes, father, I promise not to call Grandmama Julian. Greetings, milady. Oh, Well, ain't you a charmer? And there I was thinking I might have to rip your bloody head off if you said the G word one more time. Like that, Papa Hildy? Ah, my faithful assistants. Have you gleaned any new information? Other than the fact that these women scorned seem to detest the fake knights with every fiber of their being, these two women were telling me all about what they'd do if they cornered Sir... Is this the best you can do then? Bloody oaths and girlish fantasies, and you call yourself a Manderville man? I assure you, Mother, we are only just getting started. The tapestry of lies and deception behind which the truth hides is oft unraveled with the tug of a single loose thread. I see it. I say, young lady, I would beg but a moment of your time. I somehow doubt that young lady was targeted by the charlatans we seek. Aye, 'tis true. I too was taken in by the false promises of those awful, awful men. Long have I yearned for a chance to meet Sir Velguin. So when they said I finally could, I didn't hesitate for even a moment. But when they escorted me to the manor and undid the blindfold, and I looked on the hideous faces of those so-called grand sirs, I screamed and fled. They were gone when I returned with the watch, but their neighbors said they had overheard them speaking about seeking shelter in a place called Idleshire. My lady, I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall not rest until these dastardly fiends are punished for their foul crimes. Huzzah! 3 cheers for Papa Hildy. Hip hip hooray. And there you have it. Our query can be found in Idleshire. Come, my loyal assistants. Justice waits for no gentleman. That's all well and good, but I've never heard of this Idleshire, have you? You mean we're to travel to the Dravanian hinterlands? Right now, just like that? That happens, I just do less DPS, more healing. And if someone is really bad, I like dying to bosses a lot. I just too busy healing the tank. Res them. Healer optimization is healer optimization is more about doing as little healing as you can get away with, but that only applies in higher end content. So my problem that I have as somebody who plays a lot of healer, or at least used to, is that too many people say that do as little healing as possible and they like do it for normal content. And I've seen far too often where a healer is following that rule of thumb and the team dies because everybody gets hit by something that just kills us all. You never in normal content with a bunch of randoms, you never know if a person is going to be competent at the game. So that was a harrowing journey during which I felt certain I would die horribly, or at least be forced to part ways with my precious bits. Bloody waste of time. Oh, can I keep one? I promise I'll walk him and feed him and put fresh herbs in his mask every day. Place feels somehow familiar, but I can't possibly have come here before, right? Truly, this magnificent settlement is a testament to the hard work and camaraderie of her Uplander and Gobby citizens. I do like the Gobbies. Yes, well, I'm just glad we're no longer being pursued by fire-breathing dragons, musket-wielding crabs, and bomb-throwing goblins. You know, the other ones. But they were no match for Lady Julian and that pan of hers, am I right? I want to see her make the bad goobies fly again. God's sakes, Hildy. Except in Haruhi, this law would be dead in the ditch somewhere if it weren't for me. Nonsense. I would never let any harm come to my loyal assistant or my beloved son. If I may interject. Now then, let us split up and question the good people of Idleshire. My keen inspector's sense tells me that one of them has knowledge of the false knights we seek. Loud Jocks? Yes, Loud Jocks knows of Grand Sirs. Sneaky Uplanders, keep to selves. Mingle not with Gooby Flock, but each to own. Loud Jocks says, no questions, only jingly shine. Exceedingly experienced treasure hunter? To be. Oh, I know all about the Grand Sirs. They keep to themselves in that building of theirs south of the round spot. You'd best watch out though. They're a dangerous bunch, liable to kill you for looking at them cockeyed. It's entirely possible that I've gone completely and utterly mad, but are you perchance the long-lost twin sister of our Ishgardian noblewoman? Of an Ishgardian noble. What? Look behind you with three-headed Gabu. Why do I feel like I've not seen the last of that old woman? Oh, it was the Nashu. I see Julian over there. Oh, even more name gifts for me. I'll bless these goblins and treasure hunters and adventurers that must feel to have the freedom to pursue their dreams and live as they see fit. Hooray for everything. A sorrier looking city of vagabonds, cutthroats, and charlatans I've never seen. Don't you fall in with them here. What do I get from right here again? Oh. Okay, so you can come here if you have them, but why would you come to Idleshire to appraise those things? Oh, you must be talking about them grandsires. They drifted into Idleshire some time ago, as I recall. Pay visits to the great library, though I couldn't tell you why. The Great Google Library. Why do they go there? If only we had the testimony of a concerned citizen which could conveniently direct us to the villain's precise location. The grandsires are holed up in a building to the south of the markets. Good show. There, that's the one. Come, let's inform the others. It would seem that no one is home. There is naught we can do but wait then. I just want to say that I really like this place. I think that you and me and Mama Nashu could have lots of exciting adventures if we stay here. You may be right, Gigi. This community seems to have fostered an enlightened, free society, welcoming of honest souls willing to work and contribute to the greater whole. Did anyone happen to see a gazebo on the way in? As I live in HIldibrand Maximilian Manderville. Could that be? I say, could that be Slowfix Coin Toss? Coin Toss? Do you know this Gooby, Inspector? Is it Gooby or Gobby? I think it's Gobby. I think I say it wrong. I most certainly do. Why, Master Slowfix was my very first employer. When traveling through Thanalan long ago, Gobbyflock was waylaid by Uplander bandits with no jingly shine to pay brass blades. We had no way to backtake goods. Until we made busy deal with gentleman Uplander, that is. With fastness, he finds Uplander bandits and brings much bangy boom, and returns to goodly Gobbies, missing goods, and great justice. Henceforth, Slowfix gains new appreciation for Uplanders. But for chance encounter with gentleman Uplander, he never conceives of egalitarian utopia. One may even claim Hildy a founding father of Idleshire, with metaphorical tongue flaps, that is. It was a near thing, for the bandits were clever enough to see through my Genius disguised as an innocent milkmaid. But in my haste to escape, I tripped over a barrel of fire sand, and as they say, boom gobby doom. Core, no busy dills for the wicked. No busy dills, indeed. But leaving that delightful anecdote aside, ye gods, Master Slowfix, just look at what you and your flock have made of these ruins, and making me big eyes. Gobby flock has come a long way since wandering days, but we have not forgotten gentlemen uplanders' kindness. Slowfix is here to offer hand lending. Well, far be it from me to refuse. My son, Gigi, has grown quite fond of your magnificent city, and so I should like to stay here with him and my assistant for a time. We would not require much in the way of accommodations. A humble gazebo, for example, would more than suffice. Why settle for gazebo when perfectly good estates right behind you? Residents of building in arrears, and Slowfix happy to evict them. But we were pursuing the fiends who lived here on suspicion of defrauding young women. Fraud in Slowfix's egalitarian utopia? This he will not abide. All the more reason to let gentleman Uplander and his flock stay instead of grandsires. No need for jingly shine either. Giant gazebo. I do not know what to say. Thank you, Master Slowfix. Thank you. No need for teary-eyed tongue flaps. Gooby Flock is possessed of moral obligation to repay gentleman Uplander for past generosity. Enjoy new gazebo, and good luck with hunt for grandsires. Since this is our gazebo, is it okay if I draw our family crest on it? I can think of no better way to celebrate this joyous occasion. And perhaps draw the ire of our new home's former tenants. Come, let us go and purchase some paints together. This gazebo shall be your canvas. Perfect. Still no sign of the notorious grandsires. I dare say we're going to need more paint. I have to pee real quick. I'll be right back. So, having looked at the at my retainers, I actually have a reason to do gathering stuff now. That old woman must have followed us here from Ishgard. She's involved in this. That much is clear, but the question is how. Even supposing I were to turn a blind eye to his shenanigans, this is no place to raise a child. Gigi's so talented, just like her grandpapa. Phone call? That's weird. Hildibrand has never been a patient man. What? Really? Much as it pains me to admit it, a gentleman's stamina is not without limits. I dare say I could do with a spot of tea. Hey, Inspector, is it just me or have those two been looking at us for the past few minutes? Tis quite normal behavior for my adoring fans, I should think. When finally presented with an opportunity to meet their idol in the flesh, all too many succumb to their fear and flee. Or maybe, just maybe, they're the grand bloody sirs. Come on, they're getting away. But yeah, I was doing some Wazja the other day. I went in there for a little while and just ran around doing some stuff. And I remembered I need to finish that story. I was really enjoying it. Bear the flaming rod, spoil the milksop. And I need to see more Makoto. Hearken to me, you dastardly rapscallions. You have nowhere to run. Reveal yourselves at once. I shall not ask you again. Come forth, grand sirs. Name yourselves and answer for your misdeeds. Wow, they do look really old, don't they? Slayer of 1,000 worms, the silver spear which hath pierced the very heavens. Warland! Master of magics, ancient and awesome, the divine hand which hath defeated all maladies save senescence and incontinence. Goon Spart. Grand Sirs, Excelsior. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. May have both. Grandsires, Grandsirs, you stand accused of willfully and unlawfully convincing young maidens of Ishgard to attend private parties under false pretenses, thereby inflicting upon them terrible financial and emotional distress. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, am come on behalf of these poor, defenseless innocents, and to see that no others are made to suffer as they did. Now, lay down your arms and surrender yourselves into my custody. Ha! The audacity of this boy. You should feel ashamed of your words and deeds. What? You will rue this day and rue it hard. God's how I've missed this. The air streaming past, the blood pumping, the taste of copper on my lips, the slight dizziness. It was on a day like this that we met, wasn't it? And when we soared into those azure skies, we never truly came back down. Do mine eyes deceive me? Pigsney of my heart, descended from Halone's halls to guide me to her bosom? Hope Brits and I'll read the lines for... My beloved, my everything, long have I waited for this moment. Take me in your arms once more and lift me higher, higher, higher. Alas, poor Orland. I knew him not in the slightest, but he seemed a decent man. Chicanery, and attempted murder notwithstanding. Did he die in the air? I think he died in the air. Wait, I've seen this before, all too recently. Yes, anyways, he's only mostly dead. If the Master of Magic's ancient and awesome here acts with all haste, the man may yet be saved. You are referring to me. I see. I see. With all haste, was it? Yes, yes. I'll get right on that. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite. No, wait. That's no good. Let me see. Something of a less controversial tradition, yes? Something more pep, a vortex of biting winds to rend the flesh and smite my foes. Click on the spoiler. My back. Could seem I've underestimated you a lot. That makes two of us. And again, not all that important. Enough. Leave them be, or do you not care what becomes of the mammoth? GG, but when? How? But why would she lead us there? Bearer of faces fair and fearsome, the midnight shadow which hath deceived kings and queens. Tours. You can't possibly have been so naive as to think we'd not see through your ridiculous disguises. And yet here you are, so effortlessly and easily lured into our trap, for which we are most grateful. Mind, my companions are hardly cut out for life on the road. Our youth. They're very slowly getting away. Remind me again why we didn't just, you know. You think they're headed for the old mill? If not, can we go anyway? I haven't had cider in ages. 12 strike me down for a fool. So desperate was I to seize the grand sirs that I failed to discern their true intent before it was too late. And now poor Gigi is in their clutches. What if I never see my beloved son again? I very much doubt that, given that they were moving at Adamantos's pace. The little milksop's right. Let's get after the old buggers. Huh. That's what my mentor used to call me, among other things. Oh, the memories. It's not dead. They're like Disney villains. We mustn't act rashly. If they realize that they are being watched, they may attempt to flee again. Very slowly. Think he's sleeping or just resting his eyes? Let me guess, wondering why I haven't gone and smacked him upside the head and put an end to this rubbish? There's a time for cracking skulls and a time for letting your idiot of a son deal with his troubles on his own, that's why. So it seems that the Grand Sirs have been caught once more by the very inspector that was trying to catch them. How ironic, also how premature. We have them, yes, but they still have Gigi. If only some manner of opportunity would present itself. Visitor, sire, sir, you disappoint me. A gentleman cannot condone the violent kidnapping and ransom of his elders. No, no, we shall approach this problem as paragons of honor and virtue. Haruhi will stalk and subdue the Grand Sir, then relieve him of his armor. How is stripping an old man naked more gentlemanly than taking him hostage? How far away did this guy walk? This is a nice little part. I've never been right here. I knew you'd wait. Who are you again? There's something awfully familiar about those muscular forearms. I'd rather just knock him out, to be honest. May he rest in peace. Don't trust anyone over 60. I didn't even realize that was the quest name. Capital. Then without further ado, I shall disguise myself as Orlin and free Gigi from captivity. But you two look nothing alike. They may be old and slow, but they're not blind. Oh, ye of little faith, you are in for a treat. For you shall have a front row seat to this magnificent display of Mandervillian guile and subterfuge. Time for dinner yet? We just ate, you daft bugger. Where in the hell's is Orland? I know he's got to take a piss every hour, but he could at least be quick about it. Greetings, fellow antediluvians. I have returned. That's one is back on the road in 10 minutes. It's behavior unbecoming a gentleman to keep children in cages. Completely unrelated note, I shall now take the boy with me on a brief sojourn into the wilderness. I'm me, but you're also me. But that can't be unless... This is it. This is the moment when my life flashes before my eyes. Oh, My dearest Pigsney, we'll be together at last. How dare you attempt to trick me with a ruse so hackneyed it would make a minstrel blush. Realize dying would hurt so much. Vivi, wait. Vivi, huh? A creation of the great Charlayan Archmagus Quan. I was given life by Grandpapa Quan? I remember now, we lived together and he taught me many things about the outside world. I'm not sure if Quan is somebody from Final Fantasy IX. What exactly do you remember? Everything, yes, everything. I remember that Grandpapa Quan created me and that he took care of me, raised me, and that we were very happy. But then he abandoned me. He abandoned me. He believed you were flawed, Vivi, that you lacked the power to turn back the hands of time and make him young again. So, in his ignorance, he cast you out and died all alone. To turn back the hands of time, then what we witnessed in the Crozier with the Duke's priceless vase, that power could be brought to bear on people? But wait, how do you know all this? You couldn't have possibly been associates of this Archmagus Quan. We found his journals during one of our many trips into the Great Library. Scavenging for valuable relics is one of the few ways we have left to make a living. We were famed heroes of the war in our prime, with fortunes to match, but no soldier has the strength to triumph over time, and before we knew it, the hour of the sheath was upon us. Ishgard no longer had need of our services. So we came here to eke out a living, to keep doing what we do best until our bodies wouldn't let us. Imagine our surprise when we stumbled upon the opportunity of a lifetime. Second lifetime, as it were. A mammoth with the power to take that which was broken and restore it to its prime state. Turn back time with its temporal magics and give us back our misspent youth. I don't even know if there's a precedent to determine whether or not this constitutes heresy. This idiot and his heresy. We knew where to look, even. With the journals, we determined that the mammoth was somewhere in the Western Highlands. A chance for a second chance was within reach. And then we were forced to watch as you imbeciles pulled Vivi from the snow, nearly ruining everything. Yeah, I kind of forgot. Challenge. Come with us and we can help you to unlock your true potential. Just think what you could accomplish were you to master your magics. Not only could you make us young again, but you may even have the power to restore life to Archmagus Quan. impossible. No magic can truly return the dead to us. At best, you can animate a corpse, and I need not review the precepts to declare that the products of necromancy are abominations in the eyes of the Fury. What of our adventures? What of our gazebo? You are a Manderville mammoth. You have always been so kind to me, Papa Hildy, and I will forever be grateful for that. But Grandpa Quan made me. He made me, and I miss him. So even if it fails, I have to try. You're giving up and coming back home? I too made a decision long ago to become a traveling inspector, and I have ever stood by it. Mayhap it is from this singular stubbornness of mine that Gigi took inspiration. Nay, I cannot abide it. He is my flesh and blood, my son. I dare not let him use his temporal magics to pervert the natural order. It falls to me, his father, to ensure that Gigi keeps to the righteous path and only utilizes traditional methods of zombification to raise the dead. Must applaud your dedication to your work and cannot thank you enough for all you have done on our behalf. Yet I fear if we continue as we are, Gigi may be driven to rash action. Therefore, I would ask you that you suspend your pursuit of the Grand Sirs for a time, that I might be afforded the opportunity to convince my son to return peacefully. Well, seeing as how we can only guess at the full extent of Gigi's powers, it might prove dangerous to act aggressively should he choose to use them. I knew you would understand. Right then, there is no time to waste. Nashu, let us retire to our gazebo and discuss our plans. I suppose it'd have been a shame had he given up that easily, though that means I'll have to stick around even longer. On the other hand, if that bloody mammoth's really got the power to make them young again, then what? Oh no. I said I'd suspend my pursuit, and I will, but that doesn't mean I won't continue my investigation into that mammoth and its powers in Ishgard. Wait, let me go to... Let me go to Idleshire real quick. So, I'm still thinking about what I want to do. In terms of, after I'm done with this stream's Hildibrand quests. I might go do the, it's still there. That's pretty funny. The oh, what's it called? Oh, the trials. Oh, I still need Bismarcks. I need Ravana's, and I need Zervans. I still need the burbs from those three, so maybe I'll do that today instead of Bozja. Because when I do Bozja, I feel like I kind of want to make that like a stream, like do that for a whole stream. I have quests that I need to do, and I have metal that I need to gain, which I think you only have to be like level 10 or 15 or something, and then like you can finish all the quests, but I'm not sure. I see you saw fit to return to the capital as well. The Inquisition has a rather large collection of heretical tomes, including many of Charlan origin, and I had a mind to scour them for information on temporal magics. This is, of course, all for the sake of confirming the mammoth's heretical origins. Yes, only that. Why are you looking at me like that? As if to imply that my interest in these matters is more than a professional one? Sure, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure I don't know what you're not talking about, thank you. That will be all. Grandsirs. Proud and the pointy-eyed. I'm not sure what that even means. We need to speak, Haruhi. I've been scouring the archives for any information regarding temporal magic since last we spoke, and the results have been rather troubling, to say the least. As you may or may not be aware, ancient Alag is portrayed in the Enchiridion as a cautionary tale, a great empire brought low by its vanity and hubris. However, there are certain apocryphal texts in which the Alagans are cast in a more sympathetic light, if not outright exalted. 'Twas in these texts that I found references to temporal magics once wielded by Alagan mages. Said mages could be used to halt or even reverse the temporal state of a given object. These accounts are to be believed, and if Gigi's abilities and these magics are one and the same, then it may well be possible for him to turn back the hands of time for the Grand Sirs, much as he restored the Duke's priceless vase. That being said, there is no telling how this will work with regards to a living being. Consider, if you will, that the vase was filled with water when shattered. Even if the vessel were restored, what would become of its former contents? Would it be filled with water as before, the very same, every drop returned, or would it be different water? Or would the water, once spilt, be forever lost? I speak of the soul, my friend, for even if one could use these magics to restore the dead to life, would they be as they were before, with all the same thoughts and memories and feelings? I would assume so, since it's turning back the time. The Grandsirs are convinced that they can regain their lost youth. Mayhap they can, but the dead who have entered into Holone's halls cannot return. They cannot. Yet Gigi is nevertheless resolved to try and resurrect Archmagus Quan. Speaking of which, according to some Charlayan texts in the archives, Archmagus Quan was an accomplished scholar known for his study of ancient Alagan magics. Further evidence that Gigi's abilities are likely derived from ancient traditions, I suppose. I like that he's still calling him Gigi. But more importantly, I learned the location of the Archmagus's former residence. Mayhap we could find something of interest there, something which could help us to persuade Gigi to change his course. I had in mind to summon Inspector Hildibrand and make the journey there together. Would you be willing to join us? Excellent, then let us be about our business. I saw you, heretic. I beg your pardon, are you accusing me of being a heretic? Yes, you, Inquisitor Sir. I saw you sneak into the archives and seek out the forbidden tomes. Saw the mad light in your eyes as you partook of their forbidden knowledge. Oh, for the love of... I did all of that for my investigation. You admit your crimes, that you did secretly without permission in blatant contravention of our rules, read forbidden tomes. stupid, ignorant. Are you so also desperate to keep your goddamn jobs that you'll go around accusing all the world and his wife of heresy? Is that what we've been reduced to? I'm sick and tired of looking for heretics in every bloody shadow, of trying to guess the secret sins of everyone I meet. Stupid and pointless, and we're better than that. We're better than that. Why is that guy's eyes so red? Well, that all came tumbling out, didn't it? I suppose there's no point in trying to convince myself that I have no personal investment in this matter, or that I still have a professional one. Somewhere along the way, I stopped looking for the guilty and started looking for the truth, perhaps, and a way to help those in need. But there's no place for people like that in the Inquisition, is there? And it's only a matter of time before that stuttering fool comes back with an armed guard. Let us depart for Idleshire at once. We need to find the inspector. They're crafting. They're crafting. Crazy to have better sense than this. You looking for the inspector? He went off on his lonesome. It would seem we arrived too late. Inspector Hildibrand has already gone off on his own to confront the Grand Sirs. They came back briefly to trade jingly shine supplies and whatnot, you see, and the gobbies ear caught them trading tongue flaps about killing dragons in the Forelands. When the inspector learned about it later, he said he had to get after them right away and backtaking Gigi. He said he had a duty not as an inspector but as a father. Look at that, he's got no obligations to a bloody mammoth, especially one that chose to leave of its own free will. As I recall, I swear, I turned my back on the boy for one bleeding second and he loses his goddamn mind. I am rather more concerned about what will happen if the Grand Sirs attack, or worse, kill any of Hraesvelgur's brood. But first things first, I suppose. Haruhi, would you be so kind as to assist Mistress Nashu and Julian in their search for the inspector? I will pay a visit to Archmagus Quan's abandoned abode in the meantime. Oh, and before you think to refuse, know that you need not fear for my safety. Let us just say that our singular experiences together have inured me to the harsh realities of, well, reality. We found his spine. Let's start by heading to Tailfeather. I reckon the inspector probably went there first to ask after the Grand Sirs. So if we do the same, we're sure to catch up with him eventually. This person over here must be... They must doing the Hildibrand quests too. Tailfeather. Nashu Makaraka. Hildy practically grew up in the saddle, gave him his firm thighs and buttocks and dick. Right then, I say we split up and make inquiries separately. If you learn anything about the inspector or the Grand Sirs or Gigi, come and tell me. You see my dear boy, my dear baby boy, he's about yay high and prone to bouts of zombification. The Ishgardians with the mammoth? They were here, proclaiming to all and sundry that they were going to slay the greatest dragon of them all. The gods only know if the naive fools were serious. What do you mean there is no try? That's actually really funny. You must unlearn what you have learned. Oh, those daft sods. They were for Annex Trine, not quite sure what their intentions were. They were awfully confident, that much I recall. Okay, I need to find Nashu before. Oh, there she is. You've seen a trio of elderly Ishgardian dragon slayers, possibly being accompanied by an adorable little Lalafellan girl. Possibly being pursued by an extraordinary inspector. Three dragon slayers and a mammoth, eh? I'd call you a murmur if I hadn't seen them come through earlier, boasting about how they were off to kill the biggest one yet. Oh, my tea is on the wrong side. Oh, I see. So the Grand Sirs were headed for Annex Trine. And my dear boy wasn't far behind them either. What are we waiting for? Let's go, let's go. The funny thing is that you really do like just read a lot in this side quest stuff. Like when you do like MSQ, a lot of times there's little like battle segments, solo duties, and but these ones, like, they don't have that. Oh, I found one of the Grand Sirs. Did Hildy do this? Usually he ends up on the receiving end. Oh, but he is wearing his armor. Would you look at that? The inspector sure gave him what for. That may be, but where'd the other two get to? Not to mention the mammoth. Why don't we pull him out and ask? Though, having said that, it looks easier said than done. I'm sure you've got more than enough strength to yank him free, right? She's the one. If she can't do it, no one... Wait. I've got it this time, really. Those firm thighs and buttocks look awfully familiar. Oh no. Well, I'll be. He's wearing some sort of magic mask, what makes him look just like the inspector. Just like that man of 1,000 faces back in Ulda. No, that's Hildibrand, alright. There's no fool in a mother's eyes. Hey, what trouble has my beloved son gotten himself into this time? Why, hello there, Lord Godbert and Inspector Sire. How'd you two end up traveling together? Blind fortune, you might say. I was too far from Telfeather when night began to fall, but fortunately Lord Godbert chanced to find me wandering in the wilderness. Lord Edmund told me all about his recent trouble with the Grand Sirs, as well as Hildy's investigation. And a father cannot help but take an interest in his son's affair, can he? As for me, I was eager to share with you my latest findings, namely Magus Quan's research notes. I was buried in Lich Yard. Well, I must confess no small measure of embarrassment to be found in such a state, having been so unceremoniously disposed by the Grand Sirs. But ignominy notwithstanding, I am most grateful for your succor and pleasantly surprised to be reunited with you all. This would have happened had ye waited for us instead of... Wait, why in the hell are you still wearing that rubbish? An impenetrable disguise is essential when sorting with the criminal elements. Alas, it would seem the Grand Sirs have grown more perceptive in their newfound youth. Wait, do you mean they've already regained their youth? What about Gigi? Did you see him? Was he behaving strangely? His warm, soulful eyes were rather more pointy than I remember. Not pointy. According to Archmagus Quan's notes, there's a sign Gigi's used too much magic. If he carries on like this, that's a sign. His ether will be expended and he'll end up not more than an empty husk. It's terrible news. We must catch up to the Grand Sirs at once. They were bound for the Churning Mists, a place called Zenith, to kill a great worm named Nidhogg. Really? That all happened? Huh. I meant the other one. Hraesvelgr. Hraesvelgr, hurt fury take me. What could they possibly hope to achieve? I wonder what kind of deal actually they have between Ishgard and the dragons, because you gotta know, you gotta realize, like, they know that there's gonna be some Ishgardians that are still gonna be like, I gotta go kill dragons, right? After finally achieving peace after 1,000 years of war, they want to kill Hraesvelgr. That doesn't make any sense. If I could turn back time. Get it. Oh, nice. Flash, get out of the way. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. And I'll finish this last leg of the thingy. And I'm back. Hildibrand wishes to entreat your aid in a matter of grave import. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby ask you all to aid me in rescuing my son and putting a stop to the Grand Sir's machinations. You know, there's really no need for all that. We came because we wanted to help. I, Nashu, faithful assistant, maker of explosives extraordinaire, do hereby present to you this fresh change of clothing. Capital. I knew I could count on you, Nashu. I shall change it en route. Come, my friends, to Zenith and to Gigi. Wait, where are we going? Oh, it's Zenith. Zenith. I say, what brilliant craftsmanship. How did they manage? What? Oh god, this music. Spending too much time at this high altitude can't be good for my skin. I'm not gonna lie, this Seer, I'm not sure how to say his name properly, but I disliked him at the very beginning of the Heavensward ones, but I've actually come to like him. Like, I like him more than Briardian. Briardian didn't really change throughout like the story, the Hildibrand story. His disguises may be amazing, but nothing beats the classic Inspector look. Wait, what does she have on her ears? Oh, just little crystal, like crystal things. Okay. Yeah, like Briardian, he didn't really seem to change that much during the Hildibrand stories that he was part of, and there was a lot of them in ARR actually too. But Sire here, he changed. Huh. To think that I stand in the heart of Dravanian territory. Me. How long ago was I scouring the streets for heretics? I hope we talk to Hraesvelgr. I'm curious about that. Make ready, my friends. The final battle with the Grand Sirs is at hand. Oh, to assume my wounds were more serious than I thought. I fear I am in no condition to confront our foes. There is but one thing that could restore me to my former indomitable self. Don't you worry, I've got some salamander oil right here. Shall Mummy give you her baby boy a massage? Oh no. Oh, my dearest Mummy, mother dearest, I would not impose upon you. Not when my ever loyal associate stands ready to minister. But I don't want to give him a massage. Chloe, why do you hesitate? The ancient legacy of House Manderville, Salamanderville, to you. Your muscles shall shine with the brilliance of 1,000 suns. No mortal man will have the power to do you harm. Verily it is so, for by its grace did I once weather the slings and arrows of a bandit horde, and bring my hammer of justice to bear upon their wicked heads. Yeah. I am Amander. That Salamanderville is my word. I have never felt so alive. Such vibrant colors, such intense sounds, such fragrant smells. Onward to zenith. No matter the laws of nature they pervert or the limits they break, the Grand Source can do naught to stop me. Okay. What? Are they actually young? Oh, guess they are. Hey, she actually looks pretty good, to be honest. I'm so confused. Like, Godbert dresses so so out there. It's kind of surprising. Like, it's surprising that Julian doesn't as well. Oh, must we do this now? We have a dragon to slay. There's no need for any of this. The war is over. But not for long. The worm's death will give rise to a new era of fire and blood. And we, having consumed his eyes, will use our new powers to win untold glory on the battlefield. Our legends will echo in eternity. You would doom countless innocents for glory? No, I won't allow it. Over my dead body. The ultimate end. Hey, I know all these attacks. Did he just use holy? What's her name? Pigsney? I wonder if you can get that outfit, the one with all the tears to it. Have faith, my love. He is our son. Pray do not look on me with such pointy eyes. Let Papa Hildy take you home to our gazebo. Stop calling me that. My name is Vivi. Vivi, I remember everything. My powers, my purpose. My grandpapa Quan. I made them young again, but it's not enough. I need more. More. I need the worm's eyes, and then I can finally bring him back. Grandpa Quan is gone. He's right, Gigi. Mayhap you could restore his corporeal form, breathe life into it, but his soul, what made him your grandpapa, is forever beyond your reach. Hey, wait, what's he doing to Hildy? I don't understand. Your clothes are still dirty and tattered. As they should be, Gigi, for my every waking moment is as the gods intended. Every day I live life to the fullest. Every day I enjoy grand adventures. I found your grandpapa's research notes. What he gave you wasn't the power to make things the way they were. He gave you the power to change the world, to make things the way you yourself believed they should be. That's why your magics have no effect on the inspector, because you know in your heart that this battered and bruised form of his is, in its own way, right. My thoughts exactly, Inquisitor Sire. And it is for the selfsame reason that you were unable to make Grandfather Quan younger. Grandfather? In your heart, you knew there was naught that needed to be changed. Your beloved grandpapa was exactly as he should be. Your every day was to be treasured and worthy of celebration. Then what about the grandsirs? Why was I able to make them young again? All you truly knew of them were the stories they told, wondrous tales of daring do by heroes in the prime of their lives. It's no wonder you were able to envision them as such. At first, Archmagus Quan didn't understand the true nature of your abilities. He struggled to deduce why you could not make him younger as he originally intended. Eventually, he realized that your fond memories of him were preventing you from conceiving of him anything but an elderly creator, and that the only way to achieve his goal would be to take them from you. But you were all he had left in the world, no longer a mere mammoth, but a friend, family, his only family, his grandson. He couldn't bear to lose you, so he renounced his quest for immortality. He was afraid of leaving you all alone in the world, afraid the others would attempt to take advantage of you and your magics. So before he died, he decided to take your memories from you after all, to protect you. But despite his best efforts, something remained, something stronger and more powerful and more resilient than anything Archmagus Quan ever dared to dream. You were never broken, Gigi. You were never abandoned. All he wanted was to set you free. Free? Free to do what? Whatever you like, Gigi, don't you see? That was his final gift to you, a new life, a new story, all your own. I'm just waiting for the rectangle eyes to pop back. This has all been very, very touching, but we're not getting any younger. Well, you aren't at any rate. We have suffered your meddling long enough. I had intended to use this trap to kill the worm, but since you are so perfectly positioned... I am Vivi, grandson of Archmagus Quan, and Gigi, son of Hildibrand, Hillier Maximilian Manderville. Something, something, something. Nashu. Oh, those are his feet? I never noticed that before. I have to sneeze. She's in permanent rage mode. Oh. It's like it never happened. With the last of his strength, he turned back the hands of time. Not just for the pillars, but for all of us. He made us all as we once were, as we were meant to be. After all that gallivanting about, I get bugger all. What about my misspent youth? I was not meant to be this bloody old. Such a fine day. Never have I squatted with such perfect form. I may well have reached my physical peak. What rot? Act your age, you daft sod. You look foolish. You should be grateful. Gigi saw what you had become and gave you a second chance. That was our second chance to relive our glory days. It was all rather silly though, wasn't it? Maybe Quan had the right of it. Maybe it's not so bad growing old. I was a coward when I was young, but now that I'm old, I'm not afraid to say things like, I love you, Doris. I say, am I dead again? Quite alive, Inspector, along with everyone else. Thanks to Gigi, the Grand Sirs are also in our custody. Haha, that's my boy. Where is the little tyke anyway? Gigi embarked on a grand new adventure. He's no longer with us. No, don't make Nashu sad. I see. If that's what he wanted, then I could not be happier for him. I'm sure Archmagus Quan feel the same way. What do we do now, Inspector? Is it not obvious, Nashu? The wide world beckons to us. The promise of mystery and wonder. We shall resume our never-ending quest for cases perplexing and profound, and perhaps one day we shall meet young Gigi again. This is very much Final Fantasy 12 for me. Music. Hate to admit it, but this whole mess got me thinking that maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I really did have a grandson. You did right by Gigi, Hildy. Your father and I can see that. We're proud of the man you've become. And I am proud of you too, Mother, for finally coming to terms with the ephemeral nature of physical beauty and allowing yourself to age gracefully. Uh-oh. I saw the red turning. I saw her turning red. Gracefully, was it? I fear we may have had a failure to communicate. There he goes again. Wait for me, Inspector. Wait. What is that curious light I spy in the far eastern skies, and this oh so familiar scent which fills my nostrils? Do I smell a case? Oh, so he's going to Kagane. Wherever the wronged want for succor, I, Hildibrand, shall be there till we meet again. Like her pan got a lot bigger. I say, you do know that so long as the core remains intact, little Gigi is not actually dead. That's right. So dry your tears, boy. There's no need for all this moping about. He has fallen into a dormant state because he used up all his ether. His core will gradually recharge as it draws upon the ambient ether, and in time he will awaken from his torpor. I shall tend to the child for now. As for these three, I should be glad to take them back to Ishgard in your stead. Most gracious offer, my lord, but hardly necessary. After all, it is my duty to bring them to justice. Oh yes, it was my duty. After everything I said to that young inquisitor, I can't go back. I can't go back to Ishgard. They'll toss me in a jail and throw away the key if they don't kill me outright. So go to Idleshire and live in Hildy's gazebo. Someone ought to look after it while he's away, no? That doesn't sound all that bad, actually. Full glad am I to accept your offer. I suppose there's nothing for it but to wait until he comes back down. It was a most gracious strike, my love. You haven't lost your touch. Why are those three knuckleheads smiling? This one makes me think of Hades from that Disney Hercules movie. I suppose there's nothing for it but to leave the Grand Sirs to Lord Godbert, for me to see to Inspector Hildibrand's gazebo. I'd like to thank you for everything you've done. If you find yourself in Idleshire, come and see me. There are a few arrangements that I need to make, but I can't imagine that it'll take long for me to settle in. Wait, was there no trial for this one or anything? Looking back on the course I've run, it's hard not to think of the man I was and feel ashamed. Before I took on this case, I had only left the capital a handful of times. The rubbish I believed, the facts I considered unassailable, fury take me what a fool I was. If I hadn't met you and the inspector and Gigi, I would have never realized how much I had come to hate my job, nor would I have discovered how much more satisfying it is to seek out the truth, the whole truth. One might say that getting labeled a heretic and having to flee Ishgard is the best thing that could have happened to me. After all, now I am free to start a new life here in Idleshire as a consulting inspector. Consulting inspector? How to create a Final Fantasy. Choose a young protagonist. Okay, hold on. Yeah, choose a young protagonist with a blade wielding skills. 2. Then give him a beautiful dark haired leading lady. So the first one they put Cloud, the dude, Squall and Zidane, so 7, 8, 9, and then they got Tifa, Rhinoa, and Garnet. Make sure the 3, make sure the protagonist doesn't have parents. 4, you need a supervillain with unresolved past issues and wants to destroy the world. 5, there's a girl with magical abilities crushing hard on your main boy. 6, Sid. That's pretty funny. But enough of that. There is someone I would like you to meet. What? Lord Godbert made some modifications. As you can see, his smaller size should allow him to absorb ether more effectively over time. We thought that if he were to travel with you and share in your grand adventures, that maybe it would hasten his reawakening. Interesting. He's so tiny. Thank you, my friend. I do hope our paths cross again someday. May the Fury bless you and keep you. Oh, there's more. I'm not gonna lie, when Gigi died, I actually got a little sad about that. I'm liking this actually. The zombie. And Doblins up there. Hildibrand will return? Question mark. Hildibrand always returns. That was nice. Where is this next one at? Yep, so all of the next ones are going to take place in the Far East, huh? And then there's none for level 80, and then somehow further Hildibrand is in level 90. Excitable youth Radzat Han. Wait, the Hildibrand quests, they're not done, right? Like the ones for Endwalker, those are still ongoing. Okay, let's run. Run this with my dragoon. I feel like as long as you got Moonward gear, you should be good to go. I really don't know this fight like at all. I've already done this one before solo. But obviously that did a lot more damage than I thought. That's pretty simple enough. So I just gotta do this one a few times to get the horse. Oh, is that it? Oh no, that's not it. This arms. Eh. Expanse totem. Like I have some of those, don't I? I do. See, so I got this thing. The expanse baleen. I think that's what you use. Yeah, see, that's what you use to craft this stuff. And where'd my Sophie's one go? I guess I put it in some place. Anyways, so I'm not sure if the Sophie version drops from Sophie. Yeah, so if you like water stuff, these ones aren't too bad. I don't know. I don't really care too much for water stuff. Like in terms of like bubbles coming off of my weapons. Water attacks could be pretty good. Yeah, so we'll end stream doing these. And one thing about it only took 4 minutes. That's actually not as bad as I thought it was. I thought it was gonna take a lot longer, to be honest. But I'll try to utilize my abilities a bit more effectively this time. This fight, it does take a little while. Because, like, you have to wait for things, and you have to, like, activate these things, and it does feel a bit slow compared to some of the other ones. I do love Dragoon's damage though. I don't mind this fight all that much. It's just it takes a while. And especially like right there, like I'm just kind of waiting. Ding, 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 ding. Come on. .404. So I cut it down by 12 seconds. Okay, I thought it was a lot more than that. That's not that much more. Oh no, I forgot to do that. Synthesize. Yeah, so is there anything I would get? Is there? I would have to see if there's any weapons I would want to get with the water effect on them. I don't actually mind too much how that lance looks. Dun, dun, dun. Birch lumber? What? Let's see. Let's see if we can get another burb before end of stream. It takes about 4 minutes per run. That's a few more runs I could do. At least 3, maybe 4. Oh my god, that did so much damage. Yeah, I see. So we're gonna get the dragon killers right now, and then we were gonna go take care of the first part of Bismarck, and then we're gonna kill some ads, like 4 ads, I think. We're gonna do a lot of raiding around. But at least it's easy. This is not the best thing to be doing, I feel, for stream. And this is one of those fights too where even if somebody was doing this like synced or whatever, it would still probably not be all that great to watch. Oh, you can still fall off and die though. 355. Nothing. I'll probably just do one more run of this actually. I was hoping to get the burb. But if I don't, it's okay. Interesting. Usually it doesn't take all that long to get the mount. It's just that when you're running current content, everybody rolls for it, right? I didn't realize what was happening. Oh. Oh. Oh, so if you don't get it in time, you have to fight more ads and you have to do this again? Wow, okay. Nice to know. Probably added a whole minute to my time. I'm trying to think, like, if if I was gonna try to like do this a bit more efficiently, I'm trying to think what would be a good job to use to run this and make it a bit more efficient. Maybe something with ranged, but Dragoon's not too bad because it has gap closers. Ads isn't there real quick? Ah, that little pushback scares me. Yeah, it almost took me like almost a whole minute. Synth. Oh, I think I need those. I do need those. Well, I mean, if I plan to craft some more of these, I need those. Some of them are a bit expensive. The Fist of the Goddess, I could have just bought those and I would have been fine with it. But I'm glad that I crafted them. So the ones that I have, they're they're mine. Somebody else didn't make them. I made them. All right. Birch lumber. Need to see what this pudding desk. Okay, this I actually don't need to keep this for anything unless I want to make that pudding desk. I kind of want to do that actually. But that is it. I'm probably gonna grind out that stupid fight for a little while. So I'm gonna cook something, and I already know what I want to make, and I need to let it like warm up or whatever. So I'll probably do a run while I wait for that. But tomorrow is Tuesday, no stream tomorrow. Wednesday's supposed to be satisfactory, but I'm not sure because we're just building fuel generators. So I'm not sure if I want to stream that. I don't think I need to stream Satisfactory until we do nuclear power. I'll put that in here actually. Just thought about it, and I don't think I need to stream Satisfactory or anything until we start doing nuclear power. But anyways, that's all of Final Fantasy stream today. I finished Heavensward Hildibrand, which is nice. And my subscription is up within this week, so if I can't get any money for that, I might not be streaming that much Final Fantasy 14. We'll see what happens, because technically it's only 20 bucks and usually I can come up with that. But I'm out of here. Streams for the rest of the week to be determined. I might come back with Final Fantasy 14 on Wednesday. But other than that, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and laters.